I am going to attempt this whole read 200 pages a day for a week challenge. Today is Friday. Also, it's like 2 p.m. Also, I'm kind of busy. I really want to read and I really want to make a dent in my TBR, and I want to film this video so I have an excuse to read. Here's how I'm going to go about this. I am going to attempt to read 200 pages a day. Knowing that I have things I need to do this weekend, I should probably start this challenge starting Monday, but I just am really in such a mood to read. And again, I just want to be like, oh, well, I have to sit down and read because I'm filming this video. If there is a day where I don't read 200 pages, I'm going to try to make up for it the next day. So I'm hoping, like, I'm really going to try my darndest to actually do 200 pages at least a day. And I just think it'll be so good because then I can really make some dents in some books. I'm scared, especially on Sunday. I actually have a bridal shower that I'm going to on Sunday, and I just know I'm gonna be there all day. And so like Sunday's the day that I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I'm gonna try my best. The book I am currently reading right now is One Dark Window. I am currently on page 219. There are 392 pages in this book. So if I read 200 pages a day, I will finish this book and have started another one. That's so intimidating. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Literally half of me was like, I should just stop recording and delete this clip and pretend it never happened, but no. You wanna start a book channel, Morgan? You're gonna have to do some challenges. We're gonna do the challenge. Okay, so again, if I don't make it to 200 pages one day, I'm gonna try to make up for it the next day. So 200 pages, 7 days a week, that's 1,400 pages. So my goal is, even if I don't make it 200 pages a day, by the end of the week, I will have read 1,400 pages. And that, oh my God. It's so crazy. Back when I first started reading, that was nothing. That's like all I did when I first started reading was I just spent like all day reading. But I got nothing else done. That's why I don't read that much anymore, because it's like sometimes I need to get things done. How long does it take to read a page? Average time it takes to read a page. For the typical paperback format, the average reading speed is 1 page per minute. So if I read 1 page per minute, it's 200 minutes divided by 60 is 3.3333 hours. That means I need to read 3 1/3 hours a day. I feel like if I really put my mind to it, I could do it, because like, as if I'm gonna pretend like I don't scroll through TikTok for that long, you know what I mean? Like, just read instead. Okay, that makes me feel better. I can do it.
I'm not running from the casualties, 'cause it matter, but it's not bad for me, 'cause we're living in a masterpiece, yeah. Lately, when life is moving way too fast for me, but I've been taking off my mask to see that we're living in a masterpiece, yeah. We built houses on top of all the hills and mountains, but I'm not scared to fall from here. When I have your hand in mine, maybe we'll look back and see our dreams from far away that we had.
Things are happening. Things are getting juicy. We're figuring things out, and I have to stop reading to go do something. The timing is terrible. I hate that. It's a little bit later now. I'm on page 366 of One Dark Window. The last sentence of the last chapter has me so flabbergasted. I don't even want to read because I'm so scared of what's about to happen. I have 26 pages left of this book. When you read romance books and you get to the end of the book, at this point, you're like, everything's gonna come together. I'm gonna have my happy ending. This is a fantasy book, okay? You don't get that in a fantasy book, especially when I know that there's a second one coming out. I'm so scared. My dog's whining for her toy at the end of the bed. Just get it. I'm so scared. I don't want to keep going because I'm so scared. Oh my God. speechless. The second book doesn't come out till October 17th. Pre-order now. Oh my gosh. I need a minute. I need a minute. Guys, I didn't think I was going to give this book 5 stars because I didn't have that 5-star feeling in the beginning. You know when you start a book and you're just like, I enjoyed the beginning of this book, like it was really good and I was very interested in it, everything about it, I was very interested in it, but like, guys, I think this is a freaking 5-star read because oh my god. Wow, what a wild ride. What a wild ride. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I do see why people like put this on 4th wing level. I really do. Personally, like for me, let me explain myself. Personally for me, like I feel like 4th wing, it's much just like more like things are constantly happening every chapter, every page. Like this, not that it was a slow start, but like you start this book and you're kind of like, not that it's hard to understand like the magic system and the politics, like as you're reading it, like you understand what's currently happening, but you're kind of like, where is this going? Wow. This book is like so complex, everything with like the history and the magic system and all the characters and the role that they're playing versus what they're actually doing, and there's just so much like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm speechless. Guys, I'm literally speechless. I literally don't know what to say. That was 173 pages read, so I need to read, what, 27 more pages today? And I don't even know what to do. I am so... Honestly, my plan was to grab like a lighthearted rom-com, but I feel like I'm gonna be aching for like fantasy. Okay, I need another minute. I don't know how to move on from this. Here's the problem, here's the dilemma. Genuinely, what I was thinking of reading next was, I was genuinely thinking I was gonna read When in Rome next by Sarah Adams, because I figured after like a fantasy with kind of like darker vibes, like I might want to break it up with a lighthearted romance, and I still might do that, but like I just want to read fantasy now. Like I literally just do. Don't know. I'm just not okay right now. Oh yeah, maybe I should read When in Rome. The only other thing that I'm thinking, and I probably will read in this video, is Divine Rivals. It seems like the 3 books of the year are 4th wing, One Dark Window, and Divine Rivals, and so I know I need to read Divine Rivals, but now I'm like scared because it's like One Dark Window lived up to the hype, the second book isn't coming out till October 17th. 4th wing lived up to the hype, the second book is not coming out till November 7th. Divine Rivals, if it lives up to the hype, this second book does not come out till December 26th. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm convincing myself to read When in Rome. Okay, let's do this. Another reason I wanted to read it is because it seems it's gonna be really short. 305 pages, so I'll read some of it tonight and finish it tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna like focus on this book, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but we're just gonna try to tackle it. I have to read 27 pages tonight. It is only 8:20 right now, and my boyfriend isn't home right now, so like what else am I gonna do? I might as well just read till he comes back home. Kind of cool if I could make like a little bit of a dent in this book, and then I could just finish it tomorrow, and then I could knock this off my list, and then I could read another fantasy. I'm such a fantasy girly. The thing is, it's so crazy, is when I started reading and like I loved romances so much, I never thought in a million years I'd be a fantasy girly. Fantasy just hits so much harder, especially like a romantasy, because the stakes are so high, everything is so much more intense, like the worlds are just so much cooler than ours. Like, do I really want to read about a baker in Kentucky? I mean, I do, but I just feel that way right now because One Dark Window has me booked up. Okay, I'm gonna read this until I go to bed. I probably won't film anything else tonight because I'm sure there will be nothing of importance happening. All right, it's the next day and I'm back in bed. This is my preferred spot to read. So after I finished One Dark Window last night, I read 36 pages, I believe, of When in Rome, which was a total of 209 pages yesterday. So it is later in the day. Oh, it's friggin' almost 9:30 at night right now. I've not even read 100 pages yet. I am on page 134, so I am like 2 pages away from reading 100 pages. There's absolutely no way I read 200 pages today. My thoughts were, it's just hard to over the weekend, and I knew it was gonna be a challenge for me over the weekend, and I honestly don't have an excuse for today other than the fact that like I was really tired, and when I was reading earlier I definitely fell asleep. I haven't like had to do nothing all day in a long time, and it just kind of like felt really good. And my boyfriend's been working the past couple Saturdays and he had it off today, so I think we just kind of like were enjoying it more, and like we did both do like a decent amount of reading, but I couldn't stay focused. Starting this was really challenging after One Dark Window because it's just totally different vibes, but now that I'm in it, I'm enjoying it. It's really cute, and I feel like that's all I have to say about it so far. That's what I expected from this book though, and that's what it's giving. So far I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'll end up reading a little bit more, but I just don't know how long I can physically keep my eyes open. This challenge is much more challenging than I expected it to be. Morgan, it's called a challenge. I know, I just honestly just thinking, oh, if I have an excuse to spend some time reading, then I will. And it turns out that it's really hard for me to be making this much time to read. I make time to read pretty much every day, but not like that much time, which explains why I don't get through books as fast as I used to. The last clip I filmed was from Saturday night. It is now Monday afternoon. I have not read 1 page, and it's already like after 3 o'clock today. I don't know what I did on Friday. On Friday I read 200 pages easily. You can't do every challenge perfectly, you know, like they're for fun, they're for making yourself read more. It's not for perfection. I'm gonna start reading again. I need to get my book. I'm on page 139. There's 306 pages, so if I read 200 pages today, I should be finishing this and starting another book. We've made it to Tuesday, and if I look like a hot mess, it's because I am. Since I learned quite a lesson yesterday about my reading habits, I guess, decided today I would start my day, some reading time in and finishing When in Rome. I'm having a hard time staying awake. I don't know what is going on with me today, but I'm so exhausted. So I had another bit of a failure yesterday and did not read. I read 58 pages yesterday. I think it's been a good lesson for me to kind of really pay attention to where I'm spending my time, being made aware of how much time I'm spending doing certain things that just don't matter. When in Rome was exactly what I expected, I guess you could say, like a lighthearted romance, rom-com. If you don't know what it's about a celebrity, like pop star, and she escapes to Rome, Kentucky. Her car breaks down on the front lawn of a very handsome pie shop owner, and oh no, her car's broken down. She has to stay with him. What are we gonna do? I liked it a lot more than I actually expected because everything like went really smoothly throughout the whole book. Like it was really just like a feel good, like nothing was super dramatic. I've been really sick of like a lot of miscommunication in books and just like people being dumb and annoying, and I just don't feel like they were. Basically like the main issue they encounter throughout the book is, I feel like, valid and like understandable. It just was really good, and I just thought it ended really cute, and there was nothing that really irritated me throughout the book. So I have no notes, although I don't have like a 5-star feeling, so I'm gonna give it like 4.25 stars, just because I have like nothing bad to say about it. Like it didn't rock my world or change my life, but at the same time, yeah, like I have no notes. I already read 107 pages today. I seriously was like, I'm gonna sit down and finish this book this morning first thing before I get started on anything else, so I don't like get distracted and the day doesn't get away from me. So I'll check in with you guys in a few hours when I'm ready to pick up a new book and start reading again. The way I am so exhausted today, like I'm just like barely surviving at this point. I'm like hanging on by a thread. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm gonna pick up my next book. Here's the thing, is I'm definitely feeling fantasy again. I know I should read Divine Rivals, but I'm just so scared of it doing to me what Fourth Wing and One Dark Window are doing to me, and like till after Christmas for the second book and the Divine Rivals to come out. My option is Divine Rivals or going to buy Caraval. Those are the only two things I think right now. I should read this. I'm really so scared. I'm so scared. I know this is really dramatic, but this is really how I feel right now. Fourth Wing and One Dark Window have me so messed up that I don't think I can go through that kind of heartache again. I really, honest to God, for a second thought there I was gonna go to Barnes & Noble and get Caraval, but I am not gonna do that. I have enough books on here that I have not read, and I need to be tough. I think I'm gonna hop into Divine Rivals. I'm tough. I'm built for pain. There's nothing you can do to me. The dedication says, who read this book as I wrote it, who convinced me to add Roman's POV, and who occasionally lets me get away with things. P.S. I'm talking about chapter 34. Okay, now I need to know what chapter 34 is. Let's do this. This book is written in third person. And that is just information I wish I knew. I wish someone had told me before. I would have still read it because of all the hype, but like, come on, a fair warning would be nice. I haven't read a book in third person. The last book I tried to read in third person, I DNF'd. That was The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, I think. Nope, no thank you. I'll do it, and I'm sure I'll get used to it. I just, literally all the books I read are in first person, and now it's gonna take me a while to get used to this. The dedication literally said like about adding Roman's POV. I understand that like it kind of is from her POV, but it's third person. I'm literally chapter 1, and I'm already mad about this. I read the prologue, and I'm already mad about this. All right, we need to talk. I may or may not have completely failed this entire video. It is like an entire week later. I just yesterday finished Divine Rivals. This whole 200 pages for a day was genuinely so challenging. I think I've just been so busy, like it's just been impossible to keep up, and so I honestly, like I start to get imposter syndrome. I want things to be perfect, and because I didn't do this video perfectly, I considered just like deleting everything. I feel like for one, even though we watch like all these YouTubers that do these reading challenges and like spend their entire lives reading, first of all, that's just like not practical all the time. Sometimes we don't have time to sit around and read all day. We want to, but we can't. Also though, I just loved the books I read in this video, and I didn't want to lose out on the opportunity to share like my first reaction and reviews of them. We're going to ignore the fact that I didn't do this challenge properly, and let's talk about Divine Rivals for a second. Also, if my voice sounds different, I also got sick, and that's also another reason why I didn't read, because my brain and my body, because like I was so sick I tried to read, but I couldn't focus on the words on the page. I finished this last night and I'm still just not okay. I feel like I may never read another book again. The way that this was just perfection, to think that I was upset that it was in third person. I don't even know who that person was. Like, I don't know that bitch. We're fine with this being in third person, okay? I mean, I do have to say, like, I still don't understand the point, because it is only from like their two point of views, so like could have been first person dual POV, but like I didn't care. Rebecca Ross could fling poo at me and I would not even care because she wrote this book. So like a third person, it's fine. I have no words for this book. If One Dark Window was 5 stars, this is 1,000, a million, a billion, a trillion. I've never felt feelings like I felt in this book. The love that they had was so deep. I could feel it. Like I could feel it. My heart was aching. It was bursting. My body was like freaky. I don't even have words. I was having a physical reaction to this book. The second book doesn't come out till December 26th. Between One Dark Window, Divine Rivals, and Fourth Wing, like, I feel like I have no point in living. And I seriously, last night when I finished this book, I was kind of like, okay, I have time to start another book. And I stared at my bookshelf for so long and I was like, I don't want to read another book. Like, I literally don't want to read another book ever again. I will. I'm sure I'll get over that feeling, but literally right now, like, this is, I just have no, guys, I literally cannot explain to you how beautiful, amazing, just perfect this book is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We read 3 books in this video, and honestly, what a good set of books. I mean, When in Rome was kind of just like, it was good and it was cute, but it wasn't memorable. Like, this just raised my threshold for what a good book is. Started here and now it's, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's really far up there. Really far up there. My standards have just been raised so much. Like, if I think back on When in Rome, I loved it when I was reading it. Now I'm like, literally, what even was that? I just wanted to, like, literally last night I was laying in bed and I was just like hugging this book. I want to reread it. Literally, like, that's all I wanted to do last night was just reread it. I would sell my soul for someone to erase my brain to let me reread this for the first time again. I would. And like I said in the beginning of the video, reading 200 pages a day for a week was 1,400 pages and I only made it to 830. You win some, you lose some. Even though I didn't actually do the challenge, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. One Dark Window or Divine Rivals, like, if you've read either of them, please comment down below. Don't comment spoilers, please. If you want to spoil and have a conversation, DM me on Instagram. I want to talk about it. And if you haven't read them, especially Divine Rivals, like, please read it. Please read it. And One Dark Window, they're just totally different vibes. Divine Rivals is just, oh my god. I literally sat here last night in my bed right there and I just stared at the wall. I want to reread it and annotate it and get things tattooed on my forehead, but backwards, so when I look in the mirror I can read it every day of my life. Oh my god. All right guys, that's the end of this video. I'm done. I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully I will learn to love again after Divine Rivals.